As you know, my vehicle's 12 volt 240 volt. So I've got a 240 volt. You can see the two double plugs output there. On the side of my vehicle here, I've got a 12 volt caravan input. Now this is all, the 240 volt side of this, guys, has been all wired in by a qualified 240 volt electrician. So, because that is the law, guys, that the law in Australia, it has to be done correctly and make sure it's done right and wired by a qualified electrician, because we're talking 240 volts here, guys, so you do not play with 240 volts, particularly in a vehicle. So safety, very important. Safety, very important. I did all the 12 volt work and I did all the components, installation of the components. I just called an electrician. They came through. In fact, I had a couple of electricians came through as I was installing the components to make sure everything was laid out correctly. And I kept in contact with them via private messaging and sent them photos on a periodic basis. If I have this component here, will that work with you? Can you route the wires around that? Yes, that's perfect, I love it. And they gave me suggestions as well. So guys, I closely worked with two electricians, not just one, two. In fact, there's a third one I even spoke to for advice as well. And then after it was all wired, I had another electrician came through to check that it was all done okay. And now, I've been running this 240 volt system for a while now, so I'm actually going to get another electrician in one day who's a qualified, certified engineer, and I'm going to allow him to go over my unit and check it and make sure again that it's perfect, spot on. Because this is 240 volt, I don't want to take risks, guys. So I'm very cautious on stuff like that. So I want it done properly.